One. Hey everyone, it's Lily Rubio. Welcome to our team call. I'm so excited to have you guys here. As you knew or saw, I was on my cruise, the Success Club trip for the last week. And it was fabulous and wonderful, but I definitely missed you guys. I tried to disconnect. I was still posting all of the fabulosity, everything that was happening, all of the fun stuff. But kind of just disconnected for some time, and it was wonderful. Got to have an amazing time with our team. There was 4 of us there from the Commit to Be Fit, like complete team. No one yet from Forever Fit, but I know that by next year that is going to change, and I'm looking forward to having more of you guys there so we can party together. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be talking about the importance of live events, because that's not the only event that happens, the Success Club trips. There's actually events that happen every time, quarterly throughout the year, whatever city you're in. And I'm going to talk to you about that, to make sure that you get there. To make sure that you get there, we also have our yearly convention summit, which is open to any and all coaches. You don't have to be, a certain, it's not a Success Club earned trip. This is just like anyone can go at any point in the business. And so we're going to talk about that tonight and talk about why you need to be there. So, hold on, let me close the door. So I wanted to start off with telling you about my first live event. I was a brand new baby coach. I had signed up in November, and our very first event was in January. So November, December, January, just 2 months into the game. And I heard about this event coming into our town called Super Saturday. And like I said, it was my first Beachbody event. Super Saturday, guys, happens quarterly, starting in January, then April, then March, April, May, June, then July, and so on and so forth. So it happens, I think we have them like 3 or 4 times in the year. But it's super easy to look up. You would just go on Google. It's in the back office in Team Beachbody, but just Google Super Saturday and then your city, and you're gonna find information. Sometimes it may be a Facebook page. If you don't live in a major city, I know Amanda, you live in a small town. I don't know, have you even looked up where any Super Saturdays are in your area?
Yeah, it's like 3 hours away.
3 hours. So some people have to make a huge sacrifice to be there. Some of us, like mine, is right there, like 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away. So sometimes, so what it is it's the local leaders in your specific area, usually like some top coaches, whoever puts on Super Saturdays in a particular city, they're usually like big leaders within Beachbody that are putting these together because they're organizing it. It has to go through corporate. So let's say if you live in a town and there isn't one there, you can actually register it through corporate and decide that you're going to host one, and corporate will kind of put it out there. They'll put you on the map, and then people can contact you to do a Super Saturday. In our city, it started 5 years ago with 2 sisters, Christina and Becky, who are our upline 15-star superstar diamonds. They started in their living room, guys, with like 3 people there. Slowly, it started growing. It went from like 3 to 10 to now they're like, we're renting out huge salons, I'm thinking more Spanish word, huge venues, un salón grande, huge venues in hotels that literally hold 1,000 people. So it's so cool because when we hear Christina and Becky, you guys, it's so cool to me that still to this day, they will get up on stage and be like, I have goosebumps. I can't believe I'm seeing all of this. Like, they still get like so emotional to see where this all grew. That they were literally like the first coaches in Miami 5 little years ago. I don't know about you, but I look at 5 years and I'm like, that's short, like that can fly by like this, like 5 years. And now they have over like 12,000 coaches in their downline network. And that's incredible to me. So they started this small and local here, which you can too. Like I said, if you look up, but just Google. So back to my first Super Saturday. I went to my first Super Saturday, and usually they will acknowledge all of like the elite coaches. You'll hear like success stories. They'll bring a special speaker, depending on your city. If it's big, hold on, let me turn off Facebook. Depending on your city, if it's a big major city, you're gonna have one of the top coaches there. Last time we had Amy Silverman, the #2 coach in the network. And we've had like, usually they try to bring, this time we're having Bonnie Engel come to Miami, which is a huge deal. Chanel, I really hope you're gonna drive down for that. I want you here with us for that one. But Bonnie Engel is like the #5 coach in the network, or she's up there. She's up there. She's one of our top 10 for sure. And she's coming to speak to us. So they'll usually have like a big speaker. You're going to hear success stories, a weight loss success story, a business success story, and then Beachbody. The reason why if your city doesn't have one and you want to start one is because Beachbody always launches a video that they show at Super Saturdays. So you're going to hear an update from corporate. They also will put a video of like a success story that they've learned about. It's super inspirational. So I went to my very first one as a baby coach. And you guys, I just remember sitting there and just being like, wow. Like seeing all of those girls and just saying like, why not me? Just that thought just kept coming to me. Like, why not me? I could be up there. Like every girl like got up there and kind of shared their story, how they became an elite coach and all this stuff. And, you know, none of them had these extraordinary stories. It was all like the average girl that just didn't quit. That was like the story that I kept hearing. And I just remember leaving like so inspired, so pumped. And why going on this cruise was such a huge deal for me was because I remember leaving that Super Saturday where they announced we were going to get to earn a trip, and they had announced where we were going. And I got in that car and I called my husband and I'm like, babe, I know I just started this thing, but I'm taking us on that cruise. And he was like, yeah, okay. But I'm like, no, I'm serious. I don't know how right now, but we are going on that cruise. And then my husband, we just started talking more about the business, and he was like, babe, man, if you could just make with Beachbody, like we just started talking about the business, and we started talking about financial goals, and he was like, if you could just make like $500 a week, we would be good, babe. Like that would be a helpful amount of income to bring in weekly to our family. And at the time, I think I was averaging about $200, like $175, $2 something. And I was like, I could do that, babe. I don't know how yet. Like, honestly, I didn't know how I was going to achieve any of these things, but I had the drive and I was like, I'm going to do this. And so not only did I surpass that income goal, but we went on that freaking cruise. And I can't tell you how amazing that felt, you guys, because being there on that cruise, knowing that it was something like I fought for so long, and that I wanted this so bad to give to my husband. For me, that's what it meant. My husband sacrificed, he's worked so hard, he pays for, you know, all of our stuff. He's a breadwinner. And for me to be able to say like, babe, I got this, I'm taking us. It was an awesome feeling. So now being on that cruise, guys, what did it mean? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? I'm gonna spell it out to you because this is how it is, why it's so important to go to just starting off with Super Saturday. So I started off Super Saturday. I'll talk about the cruise in a second. First, let's go from Super Saturday to then my next event. I took a leap of faith and attended as I had only been a coach for about 6 months. It was a financial goal that I had to take because Summit is not cheap. You have to pay for hotel, the conference. If you earn Success Club your first 3 months as a coach, you can earn a free ticket. If not, you got to pay. I had to pay. I wasn't a Success Club starter, they call them. I hit Success Club my first 2 months, and then my third, I was like SC2. December during Christmas. It was an awful time. But so yeah, I didn't earn my free ticket to Summit. I think I paid like $250, $300 for the ticket. But I knew I needed to be there. I knew that anybody who was, you know, meant business with their business, like they were there. And everyone said, oh my gosh, it's life-changing, it's life-changing. And so I went to Summit. Man, it was life-changing. It was so incredible. It just, imagine just like being in like Beachbody heaven, like you die and go to Beachbody heaven, where there's like a Shakeology bar, there's, you know, just, you overall, like there's people of all shapes and sizes, but you just see everyone walking around with fitness clothing and, you know, fit girls and fit couples, and it's just like like-minded people. You see people walking around with their personal development book, and it's just like, wow, I'm around me. Like I'm around people like me, like-minded people. And that's what it was like just super, just like I said, dying and going to Beachbody heaven. Just then you have the workshops where we literally hear from like the top coaches in the network. I love it, guys, sharing their secrets, like not just saying like, oh, you can do, like giving nuggets, not just a bunch of fluff, believe in yourself, stay consistent. No, they're like sharing meat and potatoes, the slideshows, this is what I post, this is how I do it. Incredible. So you walk out with so much knowledge. There is a store, they call it the, it had a name, I forget, but then this is where usually they'll launch a new product and you could be the first to get it. You can get all kind of Beachbody swag and gear and clothes, and I got my Fixate cookbook when it launched back then, and people go crazy over the store. And then they have like motivational speakers. This year they're bringing Gary, I can never say his last name, but he's like a social media guru. He created the book Jab, 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 Right Hook. He's the author of that. And he's like just other books too that he's come out with, but they're bringing him this year. Chalene Johnson, I didn't even know about her podcast, but she came out and had me in tears. Oh my gosh, Chalene Johnson was so awesome. She spoke. Here we are at Summit, a fitness conference, and Chalene talked all about marriage and relationships. And she was speaking to me because at the time I was like getting in fights with my husband about being on my phone all the time. And Chalene was just like spitting the knowledge about like, we have to balance our time. You have to be like giving your husband his time. And you need to, you know, what good does it do to be successful in this business if you don't have your partner next to you? And she just shared so much good stuff that I'm like, yes, Chalene, preach, preach. It was so good though. Just walking out, just like edified and just like, I could do this. I could so do this. Why not me? And it's honestly just like a thought that you have as you go to all these events. You just walk out and say, why not me? Or you should walk out and feel that. Why not me? So after Summit, boom, we have another Super Saturday, like shortly after that, where everyone comes with their, this was my little flag. I got to, when you're 1 star and above, you get to cross the stage. And so I had my little 1 star flag, and I crossed the stage when I registered for Summit. You walk in and they have you, like there's like a diamond registration, a 1 star registration, 2 star, like up and above. And as I walked in, the crew, like people just cheered, whoa, she's walking in. They gave me my medal, my 1 star diamond medal, and they crowned me with it. And it was just fun. It was fun. Like you feel, you know, we don't really get a chance to talk about all the joy that Beachbody, or, you know, you do, but sometimes you fear like, what are people going to say or think? And here was somewhere where you're just like greeted with open arms for being you, being like, it was so exciting. So yeah, I got to walk the stage and get my medal and be there with my little flaggy flag. It was awesome. So, so then when you have that Super Saturday after Summit, we all walk in with our medals or, you know, whatever recognition that you got there. So that's super exciting. and it continues on, you guys. So a lot of you have been on my team for a while and you haven't been able to make it to a Super Saturday. I definitely want to encourage you to put it on your map right now. Amanda, it's 3 hours away. I know with all the kids, it could be a huge sacrifice, but maybe take the family, see how you, I don't know, just see how you can make it happen. See, maybe you could put it out there, or you could tell me your city, and I could see like on a bigger Beachbody page if maybe there's people close to you and you can carpool. So that might be a good idea, either carpool or just like go up with somebody, you know. It's only like, it's like half a day. Super Saturday is like from 9 a.m. to like 1 or 2. So you could even take the whole family and have like, you know, your husband go somewhere with the kids or something like that while you're there. I don't know. It's just a thought. So just briefly, I have Sandra and Jimena here, and they've both been to Super Saturdays. What can you guys say about them?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, what was your first Super Saturday like?
Oh, it's amazing. It's just an experience that you had to be there to know what it is, and you get so excited and you learn so much from others, and it just give you like that extra push that you don't think you have in you to make it happen. Like it really motivates you. It helps you to see another side of what it is or how it works. So I really I'm looking forward for the next one, which is April 2nd, because I really think that everybody needs to go to these events. It's very good.
Cool. So Jimena, how about you? And Monica?
Good, thank you. No, for me it was amazing too. And it was, I couldn't believe that even you were walking through that stage. I was taking pictures with Becky and Rebecca, and for me they were like, like looking at an artist or something. And I was nervous. But yes, amazing, nice. All people, even people that they are new in coaching or they don't even know about Beachbody, they were there, right?
Yeah, you can bring guests or people that aren't even coaches, nothing.
Yeah, it was such a really nice experience. I loved it.
Well, right. These are also events that we take I was going to say investigators, our
challenges.
Our prospects, yeah. Anyone that you've kind of wanted to share the business, this is where you take like your cousin, your sister, someone that you wanted to talk to them about it, but you're just like, let me take you so you could just feel it, you know? Or just invite someone that isn't affiliated at all, but just be like, come with me, I think it'll be fun. Oh, I missed the best part was that after you hear from your leaders and all that, we do a big, massive workout. So that's tons of fun. You do like sometimes depending on the group, it could be like 500 people there. It could just be like 30 people rocking it out. So it's tons of fun. Like that's our favorite part. And usually they're always going to be doing like the workout of the latest program. So this one that we're doing in Miami is military themed. And I'm sure a lot of them are going to do this because of 22-minute hardcore that just came out. And it's military themed. We're going to be trying that workout all together. It's going to be awesome. So, Monica, how about you? What was your first Super Saturday like, or what could you say was your experience? We can't hear you. We can't hear ya. We see your floor and your chancleta. Okay, Monica, you're having technical difficulties. We'll come back. So now, to end it with the ultimate like summit, then we have our Super Saturdays. Sorry, Monica. It says you raised your hand. Let me see. Try to talk now. No. So Lindsay, I did look in your area, and it's on a Sunday once again, but it's gonna be huge. I don't know. I have like my mixed thoughts. Like I know when it was here, because we had it Saturday and Sunday, like there was a Spanish event on Saturday and then another one on Sunday. It was easy for me to be like, well, I'll just go to the Saturday one. But I don't know. I wonder, do we chalk this up to just like a business trip that like our husbands would go on if they had to go? I don't know. It's a struggle. It's a struggle because like we have church on Sunday, and I know that it's like you have to kind of choose like go to church or go to this event. So, or more like, you know, keeping the Sabbath and stuff. But oh, it sucks because they're so good, and I definitely want you to attend. So I don't know, maybe looking into another city the opposite way or something.
Well, I looked into Austin, and Amanda and I kind of briefly talked about meeting up in Austin a while back, but I think because I'm going
to Summit and all that.
Yeah, well, and I think because I'm going this weekend to Miami, that next weekend Matt would be like, oh, okay. So, because I had to like arrange all the childcare and for the whole weekend.
Yeah, you guys, Lindsay is coming to Miami because Wendy, our upline coach, is doing a diamond retreat for all of the diamonds. She's putting us at the Hard Rock Hotel here in Miami. And we're just going to have a day of spoiling. And one day I'm going to do this for you guys. So I'm excited for that too, that I'll be able to treat my diamonds to a retreat. It's not something that's necessarily sponsored by Beachbody. It's just a thing that coaches do to just keep us, you know, pampered, feeling special, and pumping us up. So super proud of Lindsay for earning her way to this opportunity. You know, hey, this will be your success club trip.
That's true.
So anyways, guys, I just wanted to stress the importance of these events. A lot of times it will take like some sacrifices on our part, getting the child care, getting our husbands on board, maybe saving up. I know we are going to Summit in July, the end of July. I kind of just wanted a count of who's going to go. There is a wait list. Right now, you have to get on a wait list because they kind of capped it out. But they are making room for anyone that wants to be there. Like they will accommodate people. So if you're curious and you feel like, hey, I think I could do this, it's in Nashville, Tennessee. So April, aren't you in Mississippi? So I don't know how far are you from Nashville?
Probably 3.5, 4 hours.
Okay, that's not bad. You could drive to Nashville. Which either way, I'm like, maybe even if you don't get off, you still gotta come drive and meet us all.
Yeah.
Like off the wait list. But I would say sign up. Sign up. You never know. Like, take that leap of faith, you guys. Like, it's so important because, you know, half the times we're in our houses, just behind our computers and just wondering, like, can I really make it in this business? And then you go there and you see all the possibilities, and you just, all of a sudden, you just get this belief, and just, it's so important. I wouldn't have been able to dream the way that I dreamed with this business if I didn't attend these live events. So when we get off this call, I want you to Google your city, Super Saturday, put 2016, because you may see some old ones, put April 2nd, 2016, look it up in your city, see where the nearest one is, and I would love to see all of our team around there. Like all over the country going to our Super Saturdays. I know last Super Saturday, who went? Tahiti and Julia met up. So 2 coaches from our team that had never met, they met up there, which I loved that. And I know this year, Angelina, and I think they're all 3 gonna go too, which makes me super excited to know that. So, all right, guys, so that's all about live events. I kind of just wanted to open it up and see. I had a one-on-one call with Chanel, who was on our training call in our new coach mentorship. I just wanted to know where some of you are at. We do have some time left on our call. If anyone just wanted to, talk about some frustrations, share some good news, anything. I know, Amanda, you were kind of like going through a low period, but bam, you signed up 2 coaches. Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh, it feels so good. And we're having our challenge group right now, me, Tahiri, Julia, and Angelina.
So
and everybody, it was so dead in there. And this week, everybody just finally kind of started opening up and stuff. So it feels good. We're excited. Yeah.
I know, like, yeah, Jimena's like, yay. I know, and it goes through those times. There's times that you like have people interested, and then times, this is why the consistency is so important.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep. Me and Chanel were on a call with Alini. She got on, and here's the fact. Alini's going to share a script with us, guys. Oh, I was going to share with you the networking idea. Okay, I'm going to get to that right now. Alini shared with us that in order for her to hit SC6 every month, she messages 50 people. So 50 people to get 3. Just so you see, but guess what? She's hitting Success Club every month, and she can be looked upon as like, whoa, look at her hitting her numbers, but she's messaging a lot of people. So it takes her stepping out of her comfort zone, messaging. And so what she's doing, it's kind of like you can have 2 methods going on. The one where you're like building relationships and forming, but she said like she just noticed that she would like start forming people, meaning like asking them questions and just like, hey, how are you? Long time no hear, kind of like building new relationships. But then all of a sudden she would boom, see, oh, they bought the program from someone else, or like she's like, dang it, I didn't get to them. So Alini just basically blind messages people. She has a script, which I have one too in our file section of our team page, where basically she just says like, hey, how are you? I've been seeing you in my news feed. Just thought of you. I'm starting a new challenge group, and I want to know if you or anyone you know is interested in joining me. I'd love to give you more details. She messages 50, and out of the 50, a handful respond back, and out of the handful, she can actually get 3 to join her. So how do you get 50 people to message every month? If you barely have, this is where the adding new friends every single day so that you have these people to message. Other options, if you want to start growing your social media, so here's the networking tip this coach gave me. And she said she does this for all of her new coaches. So I'm like, okay, I need to start telling all of my coaches and existing coaches that we got to do this. So recently I've been advertising on my Instagram page, and I've been getting a lot of followers. I personally paid for shout outs, for someone to shout out my before and after picture, because I feel that's the most effective way to get people in. And then I get new followers. I was also talking to Chanel about this, that your business really doesn't take off, you guys, until you have your transformation picture. Just know that. So as you're like, until you have a transformation to share, be it physical or just mental or something that you can share, your business is not like, it wasn't until, and I'm sure Lindsay could attest to this, Amanda, until you start throwing out, that is like the biggest, net you can throw out to bring people. So just have patience. Have patience with this, because until you show people that this product works, it is going to kind of be like you just got watchers. That's what you're going to have. Lots of people looking. But you're not going to get those like, okay, I want to do this, until you get your transformation. So, Allison, I know your kind of concern or frustration has been that you don't necessarily have this huge transformation. You're fit, it doesn't matter. Your transformation can be still posting a picture of yourself and sharing your journey, how you used to be, still talking about a before and after. Like, it comes from sharing a before and after. So if your story was that you never had a bunch of weight to lose, you can still share how you've been able to maintain your weight, or practices that habits that you've had that have allowed you to remain active. But what were you going to say?
I was just going to say the same thing. I wish I'd taken pictures. The only pictures I have of me, obviously really heavy, is like right when I'm going to give birth. My pregnancy pictures. Is it better if I post like a picture of me really pregnant and then later?
One of the top girls that I see, she advertises so much. She uses her pregnancy as her before, and she's one of those big basketball, like skinny basketball bellies. She uses her pregnancy and now holding her baby in a bikini. That's her before and after. So heck yeah, use your pregnancy pictures.
Okay, because I was trying to, I'm like, I don't have any pictures. My husband suggested, he's like, why don't you just use one of your pregnancy pictures? And then, you know, I have a couple of those, and then use an after picture.
Yeah, because Allison, do you know how many girls get pregnant and never lose their baby weight? A ton.
Yeah.
Look, Lindsay's like, that was her. A ton of girls stay right there in their 40-pound weight gain. Chanel's like, so that story, yes, you do have a before and after picture.
And then he was saying something about doing like a pregnancy one from all of my pregnancies, and I'm like, I think that might be a bit much if I have like 6 pregnancy photos. I don't think anyone wants to see that. But it's hard to know what pictures grab people, you know, like which ones are going to say, oh, you know, that's a belly 6 times it's been pregnant. You know what I mean? So
I like that story. I did it 6 times.
So he's like, maybe if you do that and then show that afterwards. So I don't know. It's just, I still have a hard time putting together, like you and Lindsay do an awesome job of the picture collages. And I still, with all the different apps, have a hard time like putting together those cute, catchy, like pull you in. I don't know if you have any tips for that. That's my hardest thing, honestly, is to do cute setups for pictures is my hardest thing.
First of all, like whatever you see me do, feel free to copy and paste, duplicate. I've been meaning to use Lindsay's, what do you do in 22 minutes? Did you get a lot of comments from that? Not really? It didn't go so good? She threw out one saying, name things you can do in 22 minutes or whatever. I thought that was cute. But anyways, whatever you see, but here's what I do, Allison, because sometimes it is like, how do I pull this inspiring story to share? Boom, I just pick like my 3 top coaches from Beachbody, and I say, okay, what do they do? I grab a concept and then I make it my own. So people that I follow is like Anita Myron. She's a great storyteller. Our #1 coach, Melanie Mitro, and Amy Silverman are like the 3, which Amy, I'm kind of like getting away from her a little bit. I need to find, but Anita Myron is like my go-to, that I look for her stories, how she's sharing it, and I try to duplicate that. And Melanie Mitro. But yeah, we all have a story, you guys. We all have a story. The networking, we have 3 minutes left. Lily, get to the point. So here's what she tells her coaches to do. She says, you're gonna go to Instagram and you're gonna find hashtags of things that you have in common. So whether it's, you know, if you love horses, dogs, cats, you know, look up those hashtags. Look up restaurants, locations in your area, places of interest. You're going to look up all of those things. Like I love Costco. So I can look up hashtag Costco and even more specific Costco and my city. And I look up who hashtagged that, and I go and just follow all the people. Or I go to the Costco page in my city, let's say, and I see who commented on that post that Costco made, or that post at this restaurant, you know, that food that this restaurant posted, who commented, and I go and follow all of those people. So now now I have someone in my city that I'm networking with. So this is, you don't mention Beachbody, you're just like, hey, you like Flanagan's? Me too. You like this restaurant? You know, me too. So you just go follow. When they follow you back, boom, you write them on your list. April Beaver, she followed me back. Now you're going to make an effort to go on April's page, and you're going to go and like her pictures, see something of interest and say, oh, I love dogs too. My dog, how old is your dog? And you start interacting. That's how you just go networking, guys. You just network, meet new people. This is about expanding our, you know, our circle. We just need more people that you can, and you guys, I have tons of people that we just like, that will interact. They interact just on Instagram back and forth, but that started from somewhere. You know, that started someone commenting, you comment back. So that's how you do it. You keep track of that list. Then how do you take it to Beachbody? When you announce your challenge group, you can then tag them. Hey girl, thought you might be interested in this. Think you might be interested in this? And now you have a targeted way that you're networking these people, like approaching these people. So anyways, guys, our time is up. Thank you so much for joining me. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 again. All right, guys, thanks for joining. If you have any other questions, post them in the team page first. And if you don't get an answer there, message me. Mwah. Bye.